Welcome to the top 8, the full top 8 grand finale and the top deck list. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and watching as much of the video as you can. That greatly supports me, my editor, and Gia, so we can keep on uploading these for you. And with that said, Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Hada E randomly banishing off the top. Ooh, double Arise Heart is gone, but we are good. I gotta look up the math on triple Arise Heart, the chance of banishing all three. Oh boy. We have Pathfinder finding the path for the planet field spell. Now, a lot of you thinking, why Pot of E? Well, with Pot of P limited to 1, it gives you easier access to cards like the Goliath, which could make your Arise Heart indestructible by card effect. It's a back and forth between Pot of D, Pot of E, which is better. It's a big argument in the Discord, but you know, ideally it's with math involved. We have Theosis targeting the Unicorn, summoning a Fenrir from the deck, activating to search for a Rise Heart. Rise Heart special summoning itself onto the field because we control a Kashtira, making a Shangri as my dog bangs its head on the table. Thank you very much. We're going to be banishing a Birth from the deck, not a Big Bang. Are people taking the Bang out of their deck? Potentially, they're seeing it as a dead draw. We have Triple Tactics Thrust setting up an Impermanence to be used next turn, triggering the Arise to equip the Goliath. It is now indestructible by card effect. Every card since the graveyard is banished instead. You have Shangri summoning a Fenrir onto the field by activating the Thrust that will trigger the mandatory effect of the Arise Heart, allowing Gamma to negate and destroy, but the Gamma could not be destroyed due to the Goliath randomly being banished by the Pot of E. Oh, did we forget? Because what are we even negating here? An attach. So what? Detach the Goliath and we're good. But you don't even detach it. It's just indestructible. It just can't be destroyed. And now we have the third material, but on summon, we're activating to deal with the back row impermanence. We're not going to imperm negate because we want to not keep it on the field. And just like that, the triple disruption. So if you are anti-Pot of Extravagance, you see right here why Pot of E was used and why it was better than Pot of D for this scenario. It worked. Or materials ready to banish. Okay, Triple Tactics Talent. This is a problem now. We're going to be banishing the Triple Tactics Talent, so if we take control of the Arise Heart, it is no longer activatable to banish a card in the field. The soft once per turn is tied to the card, not to the player. So what do we take control of? Maybe we take control of Fenrir instead. Dong, take the Fenrir, you're forced to activate, and now I can banish one of your cards. Which gets rid of the Arise Heart, which is what we want, because we want our cards to be sent to the graveyard, otherwise we can't use the Lily. Goodbye. Also triggering the Shangri, which triggers the field spell to take out the Fenrir. The Triple Tactics Talent was very well done here. That worked out very well. We have Lily summoning for the deck, searching for the My Friend Purrely. That's the big counter to Kashtira. If you have Triple Tactics Talent, you're going to dismantle the Arise Heart. You're going to mess them up big time. You have Happiness equipped with the Happiness for the double attack into the Shangri. My Friend Purrely, revealing triple pretty memory so we could suck up the Shangri. I would say in main phase 2, we want to do that. Attack number 1, we could attack up to 4 times here. So that's going to be search number 1. And then we are going to be doing attack number 2, equipping the Happy. You potentially, if you have a card that's quick play activatable to chain link block the equip so they don't get that additional attack. Purrely reveal 3, come to me, another pretty. And then that is search number 2, another Happy. Now we have attack number 3. Triple attack, equip, and then we're gonna have a 4th attack. And by equipping a 5th material, we then overlay into an Purrely Nor. But first we could use a pretty to suck up the Shangri. That is the 4th attack and 4th search here. Now the 5th material should be the pretty, right? Or we're going to, okay, yeah, we're going to make a plump instead. Okay, and then we're gonna plump equip from our graveyard. Pretty in there. Okay, this works out. So pretty should go into Happy. Plump should suck up the Shangri. Then we have double Purrely Nor. Oh my Jesus, that's exactly what he's doing. Suck it up. Now, do we get rid of the My Friend Purrely or the Street? Purrely Nor is here. Street, plump, send the Street, suck up the Shangri, and then a double Purrely Nor. Now, a double Purrely Nor, how many spins is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unaffected from activated effects. Do we have Sleepy to draw cards in the standby phase? We have none. Harpy Feather Duster, wiping out my friend Purrely, but it's protected from the Happy Memory. Kashtira Birth, quickly being spun back into the deck you go. And we only have 5 more spins. Of course, we're not getting through the 5 spins there. Very well done, making the double X Purrely Nor, doing it perfectly, knowing when to suck up, what to attach onto. That is how you play Purrely. We lost game 1 as Kashtira, and we're choosing for game 2 for Purrely to go first. Kashtira wanting to go second. Let's go. We are waiting with that Max C. And it will be allowing the use of Thrust to set a Speller Trap from the deck. Guaranteeing the Delicious Memory, activate Delicious, chain the Max C, which we could choose to not special summon off of this. We're not special summoning off of it, and we're now thrusting. Thrusting a Daruma Karma Cannon onto the field here. Lily into a Plump, and if we activate the Quick Play, we could then discard the Leap, then suck up the Leap, suck up the Thrust, and suck up the Happy. We'll just set up a Leap because we're under Max C, so this works out better. This is fine. The Happy and Plump could also be Disruption here. If we equip it onto the Plump, we could non-target monster banish, and then we could make the X Purrely Nor. We also have Daruma to flip down their first play if we want to, but it flips us down also. Special summon, we're banishing, right? Okay. Equip onto the Plump, then non-target banish the Unicorn. Okay. And now if we leap into X Purrely Nor, it will be unaffected from activated effects. Imperm negating Lily from searching for a regular Purrely probably is what they would have searched for. Another Lily maybe. Thrusting into our hand a Lightning Storm to completely take out the back row, forcing the activation of the Purrely Leap. Leaping into an X Purrely Nor, making sure to chain the Plump to the Leap to ensure that we have even more materials under our X Purrely Nor. This is going to be 7 material X Purrely Nor. 7 is the magic number where we could spin a card and still be unaffected. Happy Memory protecting the Daruma from the Lightning Storm. Happy Memory protecting beyond the first turn has been quite relevant in today's tournament. You have Pot of D banishing 10 to draw 2 here. And now Kashtira Birth, birthing onto the field our Unicorn. We're going to X Purrely Nor before the Unicorn activates, spinning it back into the deck. Normal summoning the Rise Heart, banishing from our deck to banish 3 cards face down. Now, double a Rise Heart. Daruma flipping everything on the field face down to protect the Lily. That's quite the interesting Daruma cannon. Now, we could flip up the Lily and the X Purrely Nor. We're going to use the spin back the Kashtira Birth, Lily into a Happy Memory, and now we can get swinging. We could search for 4 cards. Let's go. This is a 2-0. What the heck? Activate, come to me. Happy Memory. Do we have a Happy Memory in the graveyard, or do we do? It looks like we do have the full 4 attack search. E6 her. Oh yeah, good luck with Jing Liu, my friend. Good luck. I really want to E6 her, but people are saying Topaz is really good. Attack again. Search again. Keep on searching. We got my friend Purrely and the Happy Memory. Equip onto the Happiness. You could chain link block this if you had a quick effect. For the mirror match, this is where you would chain the Purrely Leap. That is a really good chain link block there. Attack again. Keep on attacking. Now we have a Delicious Memory. And my friend Purrely is going to be revealing 3 cards from the deck. That's going to be pretty. If we equip the Pretty, we could suck up a monster on the field here. Summoning a Lily from the deck. Now, Lily already activated the effect of Exceeding with the Grave, but we could make a rank 1 Exceed if we want. Not whiffing the effect of the Purrely, adding the best card we could have added there if we want to make a Beauty. Looks like we're not going to make a Beauty. We're going to suck up the Pretty with the Happy. We can't suck up any more besides suck up their fields. So we're going to send the Purrely, suck up the Rise Heart, and now make another X Purrely Nor. X Purrely Nor is going to be spinning back Imperm? Huh? Okay, and suck up the Rise Heart. That was kind of weird. We are going to Herald of the Abyss, send a Lily. you either set a quick play, then summon a Lily, or you already have a Lily on the field to play around Herald of the Abyss. Leap is going to leap 3 cards on our graveyard, back of the deck, and with Double Dead Theosis, what do? Nothing. We scoop. We ain't scooping here. My friend Purrely revealing 3 Purrely cards here, randomly adding the street. To battle we go. Not quite lethal damage, but we are going to be setting up the street to continually, at the end of every turn, set up another card under our Purrely. Did not set up a Sleepy to draw card during the standby phase. Max C in the draw phase. Is that our second pot of D? Yes, it is. Pot of D number 2, 20 cards banished face down. We have the field spell. Did you activate field spell and have nothing to search because all of your monsters were banished face down? I think that was the case. The second pot of D banished double unicorn and a Fenrir face down. And if we were to look, I think the third unicorn and the second Fenrir were also banished face down. Just like that, 2-0 victory. And the debate continues. Pot of D versus pot of extravagance versus using neither. That's exactly what we're doing. Cartesia is imperm protection. Can't imperm the Alibur, which is what you would want to do. And we do have Ash to negate the branded fusion, though. Now, with the triple tactics thrust, we could set a card from the deck. What card are we setting? Setting branded banishment, which could fuse with the graveyard. We're going to use Cartesia to fuse with the Alibur, making a Masquerade. Now, we could target the Alibur from the graveyard, reborn it, and then make Dragos Stapelia, maybe. Max C in the standby phase. Are we going to draw on Lockbird after they draw a card, potentially? Burning for 600 on every effect activation here. We're going to maybe double special summon before the Max C even resolves. That's exactly what we're doing, getting rid of the draw on Lockbird. 2 special summons and 0 cards drawn. We're going to be using Lily and Purrely, flipping up the banishment to fuse into that Dragos Stapelia play I was talking about, potentially. No, we're fusing with their monster to make another Masquerade. Even better, I would say. That's 1,200 per activation. Can we afford minus 1,200 on every activate? We could make a beauty to negate one of them at least. Burn, burn, burn. Get burning. Purrely into the beauty. If you activate beauty, it's going to be another 1,200 tax burn. Activating the beauty to negate one of them. We could suck up the other. Activating the Purrely down to 2,600 life points. Randomly revealing a Purrely street to add to our hand. Using the beauty to send the Purrely to suck up the other one. Now we're going to chain branded opening, discard the retribution to summon or add a Despia. That's going to be our Alibur. Alibur activating to search from our deck what? We have retribution to recycle the branded fusion in the graveyard back to our hand. No more taxes need to be paid. Come back to us. This is temporarily negated. It turns back on during the next turn. We're going to follow up with the my friend Purrely as we reveal a delicious Pretty and Pretty. Randomly adding the Pretty. Pretty is going to be attached onto the beauty as we have no chain link block, which would have been the retribution. So adding the retribution was a mistake. I should say activating it early. You do want to chain link block them. Now the beauty using its other effect to put the Alibur in attack position as we summon a Lily from the deck. Lily is going to be equipping the happy. Oh boy, I like not retribution blocking the beauty. We lose. Well, 9,000. I think we do. That's 9,000 damage actually. Attack, grab, delicious, make indestructible. Attack, attack, attack. No way. Did we just lethal damage because we didn't chain link block the beauty? Oh my Jesus. Attack, attach. I mean, if you chain link block the first one, then you attach this one. And then the beauty would be boosted, but then you wouldn't be boosting up the happiness. I don't know if he would have still been lethal or not, but this is actually, it's game. Like, it's over. Keep on adding in the damage step. Get reducing. Ain't no way this just happened. Very well done. This is beautiful. I wish I could say his name. I don't know what their name is. Their name is Ultramarin. Ultramarin with the Wombo OTK combo. Quadra attack with the happiness. Attack, attack, attack. Activate, get searching for the Purrely leap. And just like that, the final lethal damage with the beauty. Very well done. If they're non-attack position, force them into attack with the beauty. Branded going first now. We don't really see Ghost Spell being used. That is really interesting. Ghost Spell could stop a Lubellion, but you could generally chain link block Lubellion from being Ghost Spelled. But if you don't expect the Ghost Spell, then you don't chain link block it. So what's going to happen here? We're going to Branded in white, Ghost Spell that, since it does have the effect of banish from the graveyard. You played around Ash to just get Ghost Spelled. No way. I mean, this was the correct play. You don't search Branded Fusion because they'll Ash you. And he's like, okay, I will Ghost Spell you instead. Unbelievable. Purely. Murad's got to be pissed out. If I was Branded Murad in this duel, I'd be so angry. Delicious is going to make the Albur indestroyable by battle, as it looks like we're setting up for a lethal damage play again. We need access to the happiness, and then we have game. Like, again, that's it. My friend Purrely into happiness. It's an OTK again. I don't know what to say. It's over. We're going to be equipping the Plump. Not that that is needed. We're going to be sucking up from the graveyard. I mean, we didn't activate this yet. What's going on? We're going to suck up the back row first to ensure that the lethal play goes through. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. It's over. That's it. Triple happy. Make the happiness. Guaranteed game. And we have an Purrely Nor on top of it. Wow, you're really flexing this lethal damage 2 games in a row. This just shows great use of Purrely. He knows it in and out. He knows exactly when he's got that lethal damage. It's done. Even if this was at 1900, it was done. We're going to be equipping onto the happiness, and the Purrely Nor is actually needed here for the final attack for game because he was at 9,000 life here. Get attacking, get searching, damage step, get searching. You can't even Ash this in the damage step. Ash doesn't stop this. Ash would have stopped the My Friend Purrely. Knowing that this is leading into the 1-turn kill that happened in game 1, Murad surrenders. Murad, I appreciate you. I'm sorry you got Ghost Spelled. You correctly played around Ash just to get Ghost Spelled. I don't know what to say. Pack versus Little Zoo. Dragon Link versus Purrely. Let's go. We have Ash, which will be allowing us to use Thrust if we get Ashing. You usually Ash against the My Friend Purrely here. Wait for the activation of the effect. You can't Ash otherwise. Then you Ash. Then we have the Triple Tactics talent instead of the Thrust, since we sent the Thrust to the graveyard. Thrust better when going second because you need a monster on the field to add the card to the hand. We're going to draw 2. We're not looking at that hand. Now have Max C for the next turn, but Call with the Grave is going to be stopping that Max C. Purrely, randomly, top 3. We do want a Delicious Memory potentially. There is Delicious. Now, with the Delicious, we're going to be summoning another Purrely. Any quick play and we're good. No? Oh, there you go. Okay, that works out. Delicious, any quick play. Now we can equip it onto the Plump. By setting the Pretty, it outs a card like Herald of the Abyss. They declare the Purrely Nor attribute and type. You summon a Lily from the deck. That goes to the grave instead. We're going to Max C after we draw 1. Call by the Grave is going to be negating and banishing the Max C. Finger the C. And we have 6 material. We have triple spin. 3 spin back into the deck. When do we do it? Branded Despia is not really going to be forcing the activation of the Purrely Nor unless they're playing a card like Plasma or Herald of the Abyss. So you could just sit on the Purrely Nor and not activate it at all. We are going to be triggering the Regain, drawing a card here. Rocket Tracer, popping the Regain, summoning a Recharger from the deck. It's time to roll with Chaos as we mill 5 cards off the top of the deck, adding a Light or Dark among those 5. We have already used up our normal summon here. We are going to be adding our Collapse Serpent. Gee, what are the dogs doing? We have Collapse Serpent banishing, and we are actually going to spin the Collapse Serpent and spin the Chaos Ruler back into the deck. Very interesting. We're not going to be making the Striker Dragon, searching for Wyver Burster, searching for the Boot Sector launch, completely stopping all of those plays. Princess Sprite cannot be destroyed by battle thanks to the Delicious. And now we're going to end phase spin back that called by back into the deck. Now, We have Harpy Feather Duster, obviously not good here. Middle of the top card of the deck is going to be a My Friend Purrely for free into our hand. It's going to be discard fodder or revealing triple quick play spell. We got the Sleepy Memory. We're going to Pretty Memory, summoning a Lily from the deck. Now this will give us a Purrely or a Street. We have not normal summon yet, so a Purrely here is very good. Reveal the top 3 of the deck, randomly add a Purrely spell or trap. That will be another My Friend Purrely for discard fodder. We're going to be making our Happiness. And with the Happiness, we want to make the Magna Hut indestructible by battle with the effect of a Delicious so we can continually attack over it. Double Happiness it is. Everything in attack position. We're going to use the effect of the My Friend Purrely to add the Delicious from the graveyard back to the hand, making it indestructible by battle. Now, equip the Delicious onto the Happiness. Chain Link blocking, we actually needed that boost to attack over it, so we could sacrifice one of our Happinesses, then the other will get boosted by the other Delicious. So we're going to be summoning a Purrely from the deck, and in the duel log, it does not show which card we made indestroyable by battle. Happiness is going to be grabbing the other Delicious. Looks like we made our own Happiness indestructible by battle. Chain Link blocking again, but we already reduced you, so it's not as effective. You maybe should have used Max C to Chain Link block a Happy Memory instead. Attacking again, searching again, grabbing a Purrely Leap. Do we even have another Happiness? Where's the other Happiness at? Is all 3 Happiness on the field already? I don't know where they are. Attack again. We have 1 Happy, 2 Happy. I don't know where the 3rd Happy's at. I ain't happy. Where is it? We're missing another Happy? Okay. We're going to equip the Pretty onto the Happy. And then main phase 2, we could use the Pretty under the Happy to send a card to the graveyard to suck up a card on the field, giving us a 4th material. We can activate another Sleepy or Pretty, giving us the 5th material to make the X Purrely Nor. That's going to be Sleepy under the Happiness, and now we have that X Purrely Nor. Very good. And this is it. X Purrely Nor, spin a card on the field or graveyard back of the deck. We're going to detach, I should say send to the graveyard to attach a material. We could put an 8th material under that X Purrely Nor for Quadra Spin. Spin back on the deck with a Purrely Leap, and we're equipping another Sleepy. We have Sleepy, Sleepy, draw 2. Yup, 1. Drawing into an Ash, very good. 2, we have Fenrir. Sleepy, equip onto the Happy, draw 3. And that is the scoop. Pack TCG taking a Game 1 victory. Let's go to Game 2. Dragon Link going first here, of course. We are not ashing that, but it looks like we're going to droll it instead. Now the Lubellion cannot get itself into the graveyard, but it actually can because we're going to call by the grave, but Droll and Lockbird's going to be activated again. Double Droll and Lockbird, just like that, dodging the finger. And now we have Ash saved for that Max C. Very well done. The Wyvern Burster can't add a Collapsed Serpent. Lubellion can't search for a Bestial, shutting down their turn 1 completely. We're going to My Friend Purrely, reveal 3 Happy Memory. We have no monster to battle into, so we do not get the continual searches of continually battling. Now this will be the Max C, and this will be potentially the Ash Blossom. Yes, it will be. Negate. Very well done. The double Droll worked out well to play around the called by, holding onto the Ash for the Max C. And now we're going to be summoning from the deck a Lily. Lily is going to be grabbing a Purrely Leap, and we're now going to be turning into a Happiness. Happiness will be searching for 1 card during the damage step after this attack. And then Purrely Leap will leap us into an X Purrely Nor. Happy, come to us Sleepy. In MP2, activate the Sleepy, equip the Sleepy onto it. This is a draw 4 combo during the next standby phase. Yep, draw 4. Pretty damn good. Equip the second Sleepy. Draw 2, draw 3, draw 4. What can we do? We have nothing to stop it. Oh my Jesus. This is messed up. We have 5 material X Purrely Nor. We're going to draw our 3rd. We're going to draw our 4th. We haven't drawn any hand traps yet. Nope. And we are going to be spinning the Seyfried back before we draw into our Nibiru here. Finally a hand trap off of that. Magna Hut, searching, banishing from either player's graveyard. Goodbye to the Nibiru to summon the Magna Hut to search for a dragon during the end phase. We're going to tribute for Lubellion from the graveyard. It does not activate when it summons, so you cannot chain the X Purrely Nor to it activating to summon onto the field because it doesn't. We have the regain, returning a banished card back on the deck to draw 1. We're now going to be making a Striker Dragon. Now, even though the Purrely Nor is affected by activated effects, it is still untargetable thanks to the Purrely Street. We're going to be grabbing a Boot Sector launch from the deck here and a Collapsed Serpent, special summoning the Collapsed Serpent. Now the Purrely Nor is going to get spinning. Spinning the Collapsed Serpent back in the deck before it's sent to the graveyard to search for a Wyvern Burster to discard with a Dragon Ravine. We're going to pop it, locking ourselves into Dark Monsters only from the extra deck, and that is going to make us want to Nibiru. Tributing the entire field for Nibiru. The issue with this Nibiru is your My Friend Purrely and Purrely Street now do not activate off of your Purrely Nor being outed by your own Nibiru. 8,900 defense, ending their turn with a Veiler in the hand, but we can't target special summon monsters due to the Purrely Street. This is the last time you could Veil, pretty much. We have to Veiler, even though it's not a good Veil. Forcing out the Veiler here, we cannot exceed with our hand, but now we're going to use the My Friend Purrely, revealing a Happy, Delicious, and Delicious. If we activate a Sleepy, then we could swing into the token and we would not take battle damage, sucking up that Nibiru token, now at 0 attack, but there's no token in sight. We're going to be activating Happy and Delicious, summoning Lily and summoning regular Purrely. Both of them untargetable, activating to search for a Purrely card. That is not a quick play. As we randomly reveal the top 3 to grab, nothing. Completely whiffed it. We have no quick play spell, but we could Purrely exceed with the graveyard, making a Plump. Plump is here. Plump can equip a Pretty, sucking up the Regain to give us a 5th material. And do we play Purrely Happiness? We definitely don't. As I said, suck up the Regain. That's the 5th material. We could overlay for the Purrely Nor. How big is the Nor? 3,300 up to 7,800 damage. It is not lethal because he is blocking the attack. We're now going to spin the Druid Swarm back into the deck. Still lethal damage at 6,600 attack. Just like that. Very well done. Pack TCG with the 2-0 victory, advancing to the top 4. So in the top 4, I think that means he is guaranteed to have won $100. Guaranteed. The final duel of the top 8, then we go to the top 4. Hajime. Tracer special summon, Abso Router. Is there more Dragon Link in the top 16 than Kashtira? Kashtira had a real disappointing performance in today's event. We're going to be making our Romulus, and we're just not going to Max C. I guess it's dishonorable to Max C in the mirror match, yes? When do we want to do this? I don't get it. Why no Max C? Why? Okay, now we're going to Max C. Max C to the Boot Sector launch, chaining the quick launch to summon from the deck. What we are summoning is going to be our Rocket Tracer. We're also going to be summoning another Rocket Tracer and a Recharger from the hand. Are we making Borland then ending? Potentially. Borland cannot be targeted by monster effects. It can negate any monster on the field, and it is indestructible completely. Rebellion searching for a Magna Hut. Magna Hut banishing the opposing Dark to come forth and summon. Activate to search for a dragon during the end phase. Max seeing to play around a Gamma, waiting for there to be a body on the field. Ash is going to be negating, though. Okay. Gamma is dead. Lots of Gammas today, though. Rebellion. Is this where we want to negate? Activate and to set up a branded card into the back row. We are not going to negate as we now summon a Romulus. Romulus will be searching for a Dragon Ravine. Do we negate? No negate. By searching for the Dragon Ravine, we could send an Absa Router to search for a Rocket Tracer. Yep. Dragon Ravine. Discard our Gamma. Sending Absa Router grabbing a Rocket Tracer. Now you may be thinking, why not send the Driver? Driver is still usable with the other Red Eyes, the Red Eyes Meteor. We're going to banish the opposing Rocket Tracer with the Serenir. Now, we can't negate if we don't have a Rocket in the graveyard, and do we have one? We still have one. We still have 2. Okay, we're well within our right to be able to negate. Dark stealing another Rocket from the graveyard, and we've had it. That's enough. You're not taking my Rocket. That is the negate as we reborn it. And we weren't forced to negate. We could have waited. Rocket pop our field spell as we now make a Chaos Ruler, milling the top 5 cards of the deck, adding a light or dark among those 5 cards. There is the Black Meteor Dragon we were talking about. What do we add? Leveneer. Leveneer is here, cannot destroy the Borland Dragon. Nightmare Unicorn cannot target the Borland Dragon. Discarding the Cypher Driver to spin back the Rocket Tracer back in the deck, banishing for the Leveneer to activate to, is this destroying or returning a card in the hand back in the deck? Or returning the Dragon Ravine back. Okay, returning the Absa Router, drawing into a Nibiru, making an access code Talker, which doesn't out the Borland. It just deals damage. Okay, we swing it in. Pop the field spell. And now what? There's still a Rocket Tracer in the graveyard. Now there isn't. Now the Borland cannot negate. No rockets in the graveyard. Triple rockets are banished. So the Borland against Access Code Talker is just going to look at it. Okay. True Swarm can't activate to target the Borland, and I guess we deal 1,800 damage every turn until he dies? Is that the plan? Chaos Ruler banishing a light and dark to come forth and summon from the grave. Banishing for the Red Eyes, triggering the regain to draw a card, summoning a dragon from the grave. We got our Magna Hut. To battle we go. 1,800 damage again, as we now have a Hieratic Seal. Hold up, Hieratic Seal. It states that it returns the Borland back to the extra deck because it doesn't target. Well, just like that, you had no way to negate it. You did have player priority at the start of the turn to negate it if you had a rocket in the graveyard, but you did not because they continually got banished by the Bestials. Very interesting duel. We got Rocket Tracer not max seeing on its normal summon. Again, waiting. This looks like a duel we already watched. It's the same duel. Add the Rocket Tracer. We now have Boot Sector launch. No, it's a different duel, but the hands are very similar. We're going to maxi chain to the Rocket Tracer, activating to pop the field spell as we chain Crossout Designate to negate the maxi. The Gamma could be negated by Ash, but the problem with negating a Gamma is it's activatable again within the same turn. Chaos Ruler on summon is going to be trying to mill the top 5 cards, adding a light or dark among the 5, but is now going to be negated. Did not want to waste the Ash on that. And ending the turn. We have Maxi, we have Ash, we should be good, right? Rebellion discarding to add a Magna Hut. Special summoning our Collapse Serpent. Now we are maxing before the Link summon as we normal summon the Rocket Tracer, then go to battle instead of linking it off. Do we make a Hieratic Seal? Yes, we do. Hieratic Seal is going to be the non-target spin of a face-up card the opponent controls back to the hand. Grabbing the Wyver Burster, we do have a Magna Hut, only activatable during the opponent's turn if they have a body on the field. Regained. Drew Swarm, banishing Rocket Tracer here. Regained, activating to return the Tracer to draw a card as we use the Hieratic Seal to spin back the Regain back to the hand, potentially stopping the draw 1. In the grind game, you do not want them drawing a card every turn. Hieratic Seal activating, it's a second effect to summon a dragon from the deck, but going to be negated by the Ash. We do have a Branded Beast to pop a card in the fields. And we're going to be able to send a special summon monster to the graveyard when the Druid Swarm is sent to the grave from the pop. We are searching for Leveneer with the effect of the Magna Hut. The Leveneer is going to be able to pop the Regained, tributing the Druid Swarm, popping the wrong card, it looks like. Yeah. You pop Black Metal, then you Druid Swarm, send Magna Hut, but I mean, I think we were going to lose anyway. Right? To be fair? Okay. 2-0. Let's go to the top 4. Purrely Street, so our special summon monsters are untargetable, discarding that trash to summon our Lily. Now we got the My Friend Purrely. My Friend Purrely giving us the Delicious with a quick play spell plus Delicious and 2 spell and trap cards in the graveyard. That is our 5 material X Purrely Nor. We don't even have to further summon more Purrelys. We don't have to get lucky. This is it. We don't discard Ash, right? We hold on to the Ash. You just equip the Sleepy, equip another Sleepy during the end phase, and we draw 2 during the standby phase. That does play around a triple tactics talent. It would be playing into a thrust. Not sure if they're even playing that. There you go, the 5 total materials. And now we X Purrely Nor, unaffected from activated effects. But to beat the X Purrely Nor, or at least to kind of counter it, you could set up your own Purrely Street. With your own Purrely Street, the X Purrely Nor has nothing to target except cards in the graveyard if they Lily target it, or normal summon cards, or you could spin back the street. Grabbing a draw. Was that triple draw right there? Triple of the Purrely Sleepy Memory? Yes, it was. Oh my. Lily adding the street. Street will make the cards untargetable. Droll, you can no longer add cards from the deck to the hand, stopping a happiness combo. Harpy Feather Duster wiping out the back row. Now if we deal with the X Purrely Nor, you do not get to recycle your cards. Ending the turn. Oh my. Lily on summon, searching for the My Friend Purrely, which will potentially be negated by the Ash Blossom here. Yes, it will. Allowing us to now use triple tactics talent. Do we look at the hand or do we draw 2? What is it? What's it gonna be? We're gonna draw 2. We are draw 2ing. We need to get into a happiness. Happiness is going to be game here, as the Purrely is now indestructible, and there's the happy. That's it. That's game. It's there. Bazu knows it. I know it. You know it. That is game. Very well done. My Friend Purrely getting negated by the Ash, or we're gonna droll. What's it gonna be? We're gonna droll instead. Now, what do you set with thrust? Do we thrust set an impermanence? We're gonna look at the hand, spin back into the deck that Ash you were holding on to. Now, with the Pretty Memory, discarding to summon the Lily. Lily cannot search for anything. We're going to be exceeding into the X Purrely, E Purrely Beauty, that is. And now, triple tactics thrusting, a dimensional barrier from the deck, a great way to play around a card like Maxi. They Maxi you, set dimensional barrier. You can't get mad at me for floodgating you, it's because you Maxied me. We have the Purrely revealing the top 3 cards of the deck, whiffing it. That is not good. We're gonna be summoning a Lily from the deck, guaranteed searching for nothing because the Beauty is going to negate. Now, do we Dimensional Barrier now or wait for the Exceed Summon? We're waiting for the Exceed Summon, but do we negate a Princess Sprite Mill in the top card of the deck? Yes, we do. That is a negate. And if we Princess Sprite battle over the Beauty, we can't make a Zeus, and it does trigger the My Friend Purrely. Oh gosh, that's something. That's add just one card actually, not a big deal. Can't Zeus, can't summon any more Exceeds. We were negated. We do have Imperm to negate the My Friend Purrely, but there's no body on the field to negate. Guaranteed, adding the street to play around the impermanence. Now the impermanence is just completely dead. And do we have happiness in the graveyard? Where's happy? I ain't happy. Okay, we have Imperm negating the Purrely. Did we have to discard Purrely to summon a Purrely because of the Imperm? You had street to play around it. And if you added a happy, you won. Yeah, that was game. If you did not normal Purrely, you had a chance for game. A chance. It was not guaranteed, but maybe a good chance. 28 cards, 3 cards out of 28. Someone do the math, I don't know what it is. X Purrely Nor. 2,900 to the face. We got 7 materials with the field spell, being that 7th material, and we're drawing 2. Let's go. Yeah, it's over anyway. Draw 1. Kurikara. Draw 2. If you activate the X Purrely Nor to draw a card during the standby phase, you then tribute it for the Kurikara. Kurikara also working well against a Rise Heart. We are going to be making the X Purrely Nor indestructible by battle, special summoning our Lily. Please just finish the duel here. Plump is here, adding a material, and yeah, that is game. Let's go to game 3. We do not have a street. You have cross out for one of the Imperms, but you can't chain Imperm to Imperm when we're negating Imperm, then Imperm's negated for the entire turn. So that's a problem. Wow. Double Imperm stopped by a single cross out designate. Ain't no way. Negate. for the whole turn. Really unlucky. Fazu, I am sorry. Limited to 1 crossout designate. I can't believe TCG has triple crossout playable. We got the street it up, and now we're going to be activating to make our plump. And because you have an imperm and I have a spell and trap in my graveyard, I could suck up both, equip onto the plump. I think it could have been, you can't even target this, but if you could, even though it was negated, it could have been a decent chain link block here as he does need it for the 5th material. Unless he discards the Droll, then randomly adds another quick play. But you can't because the street and it's untargetable. Plump, get attach and double attach from the graveyard. That is 5 material, making the X Purrely Nor. We have a Sleepy, make it a 2nd Sleepy. And now we're going to draw 2 during the standby phase, which plays into Kurikara, which we did see in game 2. Draw into the barrier, draw into Lily. We got Droll and Locked Bird, which will be responded to with the Triple Tactics talent. As we add the Purrely, add a Purrely, Droll and Locked Bird. That's it. No more adding for the rest of the turn. Now we're going to be making an E Purrely Happiness, which is untargetable. So the X Purrely Nor is going to have to spin the street, then spin the Happiness, and really wasn't that big of a deal. All right, that worked out. Can't draw. We're going to, before you take control of my X Purrely Nor and then maybe spin a card in the fields, we are going to spin a card from your graveyard back in the deck. It's main phase 2. We can't even make a Zeus with it because we didn't battle. What are we doing with it? We're linking with it. Okay, Azalea is here. Triple cross out TCG because no Max C. All right. Goodbye to the field spell. And now back to you. We have Lily activating to grab the leap. Dimensional barrier is going to be quite nasty here also. Making this nice and plump. If there's 2 spell and trap cards in either player's graveyard, plus you have a quick play in the hand, and you can make a plump, that is your 5 materials. Just always remember that. When you look at your turn 1 hand, can I suck up 2 spell and traps? Do I have a quick play and I have a way to make a plump? Suck it onto the plump. Did we have a leap in the graveyard to chain link block? We did not. No block, 2 materials. The extra ones will be from the graveyard. We're now going to be purely randomly top 3, completely whiffing it, but we didn't even need it. We're going to be sucking up double Sleepy. That is going to be a draw 4 cards during the standby phase. Linkuribo. Interesting. Okay. Draw 4. Gia, what's good? Do not start the grand finale if it has not happened yet. Ash is going to negate draw 1, but I'm still going to draw 2. And then 3, and then 4. Negate! I mean, there's nothing, what can we do? Attempt to draw again, draw again, draw again. Just like that, 2-1 victory. Now we're gonna be watching the final top 4 of Pack TCG versus Dragon Link, and then we're gonna watch the grand finale live. Lily is here searching for the My Friend Purrely. Ash waiting to be used on the My Friend Purrely because it is the guaranteed way to get access to the Delicious. And Delicious is how you make that turn 1 My Friend X Purrely Nor from Plump. And we're going to be setting up the leap to be used during the opponent's turn here. Since there's no body on the field, we can't add it to the hand. Now we're going to draw 2 with the Triple Tactics talent. There is the Delicious Memory. Delicious, a way to get into Plump, plus a quick play in the hand with 2 spell and traps from either player's graveyard. That is your 5 material X Purrely Nor, which will actually be 6 material. There is the Plump. And the question is, if we have Sleepies, do we double it up with the leap in the standby phase? We have no Sleepies in sight right now. So there's no real benefit to going to X Purrely, or I should say waiting on the X Purrely Nor. There's a Sleepy. So just like that, it's a draw 2 combo with the Purrely Leap. Attach 2. Are we waiting though? We're not waiting. We're going right into the X Purrely Nor. We're going to be making a plump, and we could instead draw with the plump, then draw into an X Purrely Nor while having the other X Purrely Nor. Why not have 2? Which is exactly what we're gonna do. Sleepy equip on a plump. Chain link block. The draw 2. That's stopping Pot of Greed, straight up. Pot of Greed has been stopped. Okay. but then it equips it, so it actually wasn't stopped. You stopped nothing, actually. Yeah, suck it up, draw 2. Yeah, you temporarily stopped it. Let's go into game 2. do not do that. That's not good. Don't do that. All right, we're going first, and we have to play through Duel and Nibiru. We're going to send a Psyframe Driver to summon the Meteor Dragon onto the field here. Baldrake banishing the Psyframe Driver. Chaining Quick Launch. We're already at triple summon here. If we catch wind of there being a Nibiru with the field lighting up on the 5th summon, we're going to not even be able to go into Hieratic Seal because we're now locked into Dark Monsters only. And I believe that's the 5th summon. That's it. So Nibiru is in play. Top 5 cards of the deck. Mill them at a light or dark among the 5. We still have our normal summon for the Black Metal Dragon here. Droll in Lockbird. We can't even add with the Black Metal now as we thrust a set in permanence onto the field. That's why some people are playing Dimensional Barrier. We're going to Nibiru the field, tributing everything. Baldrake, Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler is going to be banishing a light and dark to summon itself back onto the fields. And then what are we doing here? We're going to be linking them off into a Masquerena with the Black Metal to make a Unicorn to spin a card in the field back into the deck. Okay. We have Purrely, Reveal 3, and we do have Delicious Memory being added to the hand. To battle we go. Book of Moon, flipping down the Nibiru, not forcing the Masquerena's death here so we could use it in main phase 2. We're going to be using Sleepy and Delicious within the battle phase here, summoning our Lily and summoning our Purrely. Activate the Lily, chaining the Purrely. Do we imperm the Lily? Of course we do here. Stopping it from adding and being able to exceed with the graveyard. We have already used up our normal summon. We're going to be revealing the top 3, grabbing a Pretty. Which could go into a Beauty if we want to here. Now, we're going to purely attempt to exceed into the Pretty. And, I mean, it does. And you have nothing to discard. So what is this? It's nothing. Okay, into Beauty we go. Beauty is here. Beauty could suck up the dark, which maybe we should have saved Masquerena for that effect, potentially is what I'm thinking. Princess Sprite, mill the top card of the deck. It is going to be a My Friend Purrely to the hand, which you negated him from searching and he added anyway. That is devastating. We're going to be grabbing the Leap, sucking up the dark. This is where we would chain the Masquerena to dodge the suck. And we're going to have a 4 material X Purrely Nor. It's going to be Quadra Spin. So first we're going to negate. So when it sends itself to the graveyard to search the deck, it is negated. And then we have Quadra Spin. So is this it? I think this is game. What do we do? Safer, link off into Striker Dragon, search for a Boot Sector launch. Do we have a Rocket in the graveyard to summon for the grave? We do. So we are going to spin back the Recharger. Did we even have a Boot Sector? We were just activating to pop ourselves, that is, since the Boot Sector's already gone. Goodbye to Recharger, which would have been discarded to summon another body from the graveyard. Oh my, this is not good. Mill the top card of the deck, add it if it is a spell or trap. Always landing that Princess Sprite. We are going to My Friend Purrely, grab a Lily from the deck here, searching for the street. Now the Lily is going to be exceeding with the graveyard, making our plump with a quick play in the hand and 2 spell and traps from either player's graveyard. That is going to be our 5 material plump to make the X Purrely Nor. Equip onto the plump here, boost it up further. Can we put 8,000 damage on the field? Purrely reveal the top 3. Come to me, the street. Now, to battle we go. First, we're going to make our happiness. And with this field, we have 6,600 damage. Attack, activate, search. But the plump can become even bigger. Sucking up the Delicious. Now it's going to be 600 per material. And we're going to be spinning our Purrelys back in the deck so we could discard a card to then summon 1. Did we activate the plump to suck up cards from the graveyard already? Yes, we did. How plump are we? 3,800. That is now more than enough for lethal damage as we reveal the top 3 cards of the deck, adding a 3rd Delicious. Pack TCG with the 2-0 victory, advancing to the grand finale. You two may begin. Hajime, you want winner takes all? All right, we'll do a poll in the chat. Does winner take all? 2K for first place. Grand finale pack versus Ultramarin. We are going to Ash negate the My Friend Purrely from adding a quick play spell from the deck to the hand. Generally, it's going to be a Delicious Memory. That's going to allow us to use the thrusting, and impermanence onto the field, not a dimensional barrier. Ending the turn completely. Now, there could be quite a lot of hand traps within Ultramarin's hand here. What is the best play for pack? Now, open field lethal for Purrely generally does not happen. What's going to happen instead is we're going to set up a giant X Purrely Nor. Purrely is the ideal normal summon here, not Lily. You generally want to special summon your Lily. And just like that, we have a Happy Memory going to our hand. Happy Memory making a Happiness, which could search for a spell or monster or trap, anything from the deck, any Purrely card. Now, Droll and Lockbird is going to stop that play. If the Happiness is equipped with a quick play, you could spin a back row card back to the hand. And we are now going to be setting up with the Purrely Street. Street is going to make our special summon monsters untargetable. As we now go into our Purrely Exceed. As soon as it hits the field, we can't imperm. So are we thinking, oh, we're actually imperming the Purrely because of the Street? That is wild because we missed out on imperming it, adding the Happy to the hand. We're going to be chaining the Pretty Memory here. Pretty Memory is going to be gaining 1,000 life for both players and discarding a card from the hand to summon a Purrely or Lily from the deck. Lily could be good for making a beauty to suck up the My Friend Purrely. That's what I think I'd be doing. Lily into our own My Friend. And then we're going to suck up the My Friend. That's what I'm thinking. We can't add, by the way, because of Droll. So Droll locked us out of adding My Friend Purrely. And this is the beauty. The beauty's going to be able to negate a monster and suck up the My Friend. Droll, as you can see the impact here. Going into this grand finale on the tier list, we have Purrely as the best deck. Purrely at 18.5 power here. Swinging for 16, but are we really going to Zeus? We could Quadra Material Zeus, or we could just keep Beauty on the field for a negate. We could still Zeus after sucking up this My Friend Purrely. What is better? Okay, we're going to have even more materials here. Quadra material. We could have a 6 material Zeus. Do we do that? I don't think we can get the Beauty up to 5 materials to make the X Purrely Nor. Suck it up. It looks like we had a chain link block to block the attachment of the Sleepy Memory. So if we do have a 5th quick play spell, which would mean we could make an X Purrely Nor, we're gonna block it. Yeah, we're blocking it. Well, you're right. We had something. Block it. Block it. You gotta block it, mate. You have to. It's not an option. I don't care what it is. You have to activate it. Or that's an yeah. There you go. There you go. They're not listening. This is not coaching. This is all right. Very good. Negate that. And then cannot make X Purrely Nor. Now we could be making a 6 material Zeus here. 6 material Zeus or 1 negate. Okay, 1 negate. But we're gonna draw 2. So in 6 material Zeus for triple field wipe or 1 monster negate plus draw 2 with the Sleepy. Yeah, 1 negate plus draw 2. Pretty good here. Are we gonna draw into some hand traps? Yes, possibly. Droll and Lockbird's been a big one today. Double draw, and it is no longer untargetable, by the way. Do we negate Purrely in a simplified game state here? There's only one other card in the hand. I mean, we fully negate it, right? Okay, fully negate. If this is a quick play card, we don't have another card to discard. We can't summon a Lily. I think that's a very good negate. If they had 2 cards in the hand, then maybe not negate. We already used up the normal. Can't discard anything for the quick play. Attach another card from the deck. And I hate to say it, it looks like Pack already wins game 1. So please do not surrender. I know it looks bad for you. Just let the chat, let us all watch the conclusion of this duel. We have Beauty equipping the Happy Memory here. Are we going to make the Purrely indestructible by battle? That's going to be the big question. Now at 7 material, we can make an 8 material Nor, which would be Quadra spin of a card in the field or in the graveyard. discarding Nibiru, which, you know, maybe Ultramarin didn't know that Nibiru was being played, or Pack may just be siding it out. This is with side deck. We're gonna be adding that My Friend Purrely. Yep, and maybe we're gonna see if we have something. Is there anything? I don't see his field lighting up in any way whatsoever. Nothing on these activations. We may have just been toggled off and we're just pretty much fake pseudo surrender by just doing nothing. Double Delicious. We want that Delish to the hand. And what did we add? We don't, of course, we don't get to see because we don't get to see the replay anymore. Lily is going to be equipping the Happy from the graveyard. And if we activate Delicious, then the Purrely is going to be game. Lethal over the Purrely. Did we grab Delicious or we got unlucky? There is the Delicious. Very carefully doing this, ensuring that the Purrely is going to be indestructible by battle, equipping the Delicious to get boosted up. And just like that, we have Purrely Happiness with multiple attacks over the indestructible Purrely. Even the Beauty's got 2 attacks. Double attack with Beauty, double attack with the Happiness. The Happiness can actually go up to 3 attacks here because there's one more Happy in the deck, the last one. Or we could further boost up with Delicious even. We do have another attack, we do have another search. We don't even need it for game though. Second Delicious, that Beauty is gonna be so large. Oh my Jesus. 8 material Beauty with double attack. Suck it up, 6,400 double attack, 12,000 damage with just the Beauty. Lethal damage. Now take your time to side deck, you have time, we're gonna be good to you. Make sure everything is good, take it in, take it out. Make sure you have the same cards that you take out and take in. In Magic the Gathering, apparently you could put your 15 card sideboard into your main deck and you don't have to take anything out. Your deck size can actually change. Should Yu-Gi-Oh maybe have that for side deck rules? Is that really a big deal? Let's go to game 2. We chose for Pack to go first. No. Okay, correction. Ultramarin is going first. We are activating the Sleepy Memory in the draw phase to play around a Droll and Lockbird. If you add a card within the draw phase, you cannot Droll and Lockbird for the turn. And we're going to chain Special Summon, as the first card is probably not going to Special Summon, as you now get to draw no cards off of this play. And still in the draw phase, completely countering Droll and Lockbird. And now you can only draw the add of My Friend Purrely, which we don't really care because we're pretty much done adding after that. So if you do have a Droll and Lockbird, do you even use it after the My Friend Purrely? Well, I guess Lily add, you could then stop the My Friend from activating. So this should be interesting. When it turns yellow, that means it's resolving, and we know that Pack does not have a hand trap that he wants to use. This should be Street or Leap. Do we use Leap? Leap is a good way to play around Max C, so we special summon less on our first turn. And from the graveyard here, we do have a Delicious to make our plump. We are making the Leap. Let's see. We have to be careful. Did not imperm the Lily, which is something you definitely want to be careful of. His field lighting up, I'm sorry if you think this is coaching, but that's a Droll and Lockbird, okay? Let's just be real. Yes, this is called legal cheating. You get to see the field light up after activations and resolutions, and it does tell you the hand traps. So whether you like it or not, that's how it works in Master Duel. And you can take advantage of that by going onto the site, and you can type in hand trap here. Hand trap, so when their hands lighting up, you think, what could that be? And Droll, imperm, but Droll was the most likely. Cannot add with the My Friend Purrely, making the plump. Now, unlike in Duel Links, you can hide your delays. In Duel Links, you can't. The hourglass is going to turn on even with your toggle turned off. We are going to be... Now, Droll turned off your Max C, by the way. All right. So Max C tries to draw, does not work. We have the Purrely Leap to use with the plump, and I can't see because Droll's blocking it. We do have a Sleepy. Sleepy is draw 1 in the standby phase plus draw 2 with the Leap. This is it. Do we go for the draw 2? Draw number 1 successfully going through. Are we leaving the standby phase? We are not. We're going for that draw 2 play. This is where Pack could chain Book of Moon. I don't think we'd have it though. Even if you did, Book of Moon's good in the TCG because this is the main way they summon the X Purrely Nor. Otherwise, you're not really expecting this to be the way they summon it. We're gonna get one draw off of that Max C. And we have, how many spins we have here? We have 2 spins. Double spin on field or in the graveyard. Now, the Purrely Street is a good way to counter the X Purrely Nor. But if Lily is special, ooh, we are draw and lock birding off of that Max C. You now can't add with my friend Purrely, can't add with Purrely, can't add with the Lily, cannot add with the Happiness, can't Happiness lethal. Ending his turn. Ooh, oh my. Now, the Leap is going to deal with the X Purrely Nor during the end phase. It's going to be shuffled back into the deck, so we have to make use of it right now. Okay, activate Herald. That could have been good there. Is this game 3? So we're seeing Droll and Lockbird countering Max C. Well, we had Droll counter our own Max C, and then our Droll counter your Max C. And Droll against Kashtira is pretty good because people are playing Pathfinder. The Pathfinder add field spell. If they don't have Theosis already, they're pretty much done. Now, my friend Purrely, it is resolving. I didn't see Pax Field light up at all unless I missed it. Now, that happened because he's choosing which card to put back to the hand, so that's not an indication of a hand trap. So we have to be thinking, can we get access to Street to give a 3rd spin onto the Nor? Can we, because I'm not thinking we have lethal damage here. Resolving right away. Like Pax Field is not lighting up at all. There's just nothing. But he could be toggling off. You could hide your hand traps. Is he tricking him? Just quickly resolving, straight to the resolution every time. Yeah, do not shame the players for thinking hard. The one thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when you think you got it, you don't. Normal summon our Purrely. There is a chance that we could get Nibiru, even though I think we would be siding it out, and it does trigger the My Friend Purrely. And it's also worth noting, all that discussion of setting up the X Purrely Nor, it's gone in the end phase. It's gone. This is actually, it's gone. So adding the 6th material to Street, not a good idea. Huh? What are we doing? Are we spinning something? Okay. Putting Droll and Lockbird back into the deck here. So we could have the Delicious in the graveyard. Okay, it was on the Nor. We want it on the Pure Lily. As I said, the Nor's going away in the end phase. So we have to make a new one. We got Plump. Plump attached 2 materials from either player's grave. And then we have the Quick Play. A Chain Link block here would stop an X Purely Nor summon. Potentially. May have another Quick Play in the hand. He could also maybe summon a Purely to then grab another Quick Play. Looking at just how much damage here? 2,300 damage on the field. 3,500 that is. Resolve it. And Karibo is going to be protected from Battle Destruction. And then we are discarding to special summon another Purely. This is summon number 1, 2, 3, 4. We did see Nibiru in game 1, but again, this is side deck completely whiffing the top 3 cards of our deck. This is not good. But we could make the Nor. We're good. If his field lights up, it's Nibiru. It didn't. It didn't. Okay. Princess Right, mill the top card of the deck. No good. Whiffing a Purely, whiffing the Sprite. We have 5,200 damage on the field here. Now, if we had X Purely Happiness in the extra, we win right now. But I don't think we do. Wait. We do? What? What? 9,300 damage on the field just like that. The X Purely Happiness is attacking for game, burning for 1,500, dealing 6,100 damage. And just like that, we are taking this into a game 3. Unless we summoned a 6,100 Gores token. Probably not. Wow, just like that. I did not think you were playing it. I think the majority of Purely players on today's event are not playing it. And I'm not revealing if Pack is playing it or not. I don't know, actually, because I didn't look. My friend Purrely revealing 3. Pack is at the bottom, so they did switch positions on the table here. Guaranteed adding a pretty memory, which tells me he already has a delicious in the hand. Oh, maybe that was a Droll and Lockbird there, which if we are drolling after the My Friend Purrely ad, Droll stopping My Friend Purrely is more important, I'd say. So I think that's why we chose to not use it. Discarding Ash, come forth and summon from the deck. As a new player, what do I recommend you to do? I think that as a new player, you could pretty much build Kashtira and have fun with that. I think that'd be good for a new player. I don't think a new player should be playing Purrely. Imperm negating the Lily from adding a Street or a Purrely to normal summon, and also cannot exceed with the graveyard. That pretty we added, we're not making a beauty. Ooh, wow. That was something. That really did end that turn. Oh boy. Nothing to even normal summon. Regular Solemn Judgment. Oh my gosh. No! Negate the normal summon. What the? Solemn, just because this is side deck. And if you know you're going first, you put in Solemn Judgment. Okay. Solemn OP. And we have Ash negating a Happy Memory. Generally, you only negate the My Friend Purrely, but he does believe that this is more of a simplified game state as that normal summon has been negated. So that Happy Memory was potentially quite desperate. Was it though? Because we're now making Lily into My Friend into that Droll and Lockbird. We saw that delay after adding a card. That was the Droll and Lockbird that we chose to not use. Lily, get adding. It is resolving. We know that there's no Veiler in that hand here. But do we have Droll? No. No Droll. No Droll. Field not lighting up. And the Droll would have been good here. Also, no Ash off of that. I mean, we already ashed. Ash has been used up. Now, I do think the Ash was a gamble. It was a calculated risk. We are going to My Friend Purrely, adding from the deck a quick play spell that we want here. If we have a quick play spell already in the hand, we'll probably be grabbing a Delicious. With Delicious, we'll be making that 5 material. Oh boy. Is this it? With a pretty, we could still make 5 material. That's the thing. That's the issue. And it's field lit up because you have to put a card into their hand. So this is an X Purrely Nor. It's happening. Definitely happening. I don't think Pack has anything to stop it. But, how much damage is X Purrely Happiness if we suck up Lily, attack directly, and then purely make a beauty? Isn't that the situation here? What is in his hand? Is it Happiness in his hand? Is Happy Memory in the hand? Uh-oh. How much damage is this? Google calculator. Calculator. I don't want the other thing. Okay, so we would have a 5 material, 6. Oh my gosh, I think he's actually going for game. 6 times 300 plus 2,500 plus 1,500 plus 1,800. That's off by 400. Did I not calculate this correct? Wait, hold on. No, yeah. We can't attack again because it's direct. Am I wrong on my calculation or what? 4315? Wait, what the heck just happened? Only 5k life points, that's what happened. Now I'm calculating 8,000 life. Of course he's got lethal. He Solemn Judgment it. Oh my gosh. I'm like, where'd the damage come from? What the? How are you below 8,000? Chat, is X Purrely Happiness win more? Or it won game 2 and game 3? X Purrely Happiness countering Solemn Judgment. Ain't no way. Pack TCG and Ultramarin, you both are amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holy moly. Wow. And then, you know, the beauty boosted up to 5k. That is something. Pack was definitely top tier in this event. Thank you to both of you. I'm very much appreciative that Pack joined today's event. So big shout out to Pack TCG. Check out his Twitch, check out his YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And is Ultramarin a Japanese player? Is that where they're from? So thank you very much also for joining the event and doing very well. You all are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We could also check out the deck list, right, Gia? MCS Meta Championship Series, just like that. Top players around the world. Holy moly, Purrely. 10 Purrely in the top 32. Ain't no way. Kashtira behind it. You know, it looked like a lot of people were they're out for Kashtira to make fun of it. That's what I think. So they're looking for it to look bad. But that is a lot of Purrely Nor within that top cut. And if you're looking at the article yourself, you could click on any of the, wait, my Akashi made top 32? Ain't no way. So make sure you make use of that, but we're gonna start from the bottom. Starting off top 32, we have Moonlit Chill. Ain't no way, in the main deck. That is quite interesting here. Fenrir, very good. I'm always wondering, if you're playing Fenrir, is it worth it to put an Arise Heart in your extra deck to make your instant Arise and a Zeus in case the opponent activates Shang-Ri during the standby phase? No, you're not playing it. Okay. Then we have Hay. Hay is here. We are just playing one street. Gamma is kind of interesting. Not everyone's playing Gamma. Here is the extra deck. I'll be looking at the side deck as we go to the topper of the top cut. And then looking at Osceola. Osceola, anything interesting? We have Harpy Feather Duster in the main deck, triple Purrely Street. There is the extra deck. Let's keep on going. And then we have Mev. This is Math Mech. As soon as the Bystials have fallen out of popularity, Math Mech has rose in TCG and OCG, but because of that, they got limited to 1. And I don't think it's going to happen in Master Duel. It does seem safe to me, but maybe when the new cyber support comes out, it may be more of a problem. So very good to you. Good job, Mev. Here is the extra deck. Let's keep on going. And then Haas Drachin. By the way, Haas's entire deck is Royal Rarity, which could cost $2,000 to $5,000 per card to Royal Rare. This is why Master Duel is free to play. Thank you very much, Haas. And then there is the extra deck there. There's the total picture. Thank you very much. And then we have Dissorrow, top 32, triple Book of Moon. How well did that work out for you? That's interesting. Very good. And the extra deck, nothing too crazy. Let's keep on going. And then we have Aaron. Aaron with the thrust. We are thrusting into Imperm turn 1, main deck and Book of Moon, main deck and Harpy Feather Duster, thrusting into the Duster to wipe out back row against a deck like Labyrinth. Okay, that's good. You know, again, it's also pretty decent in the mirror match, dealing with the My Friend Purrely in the field spell, if they did not protect it with the happiness that is. Then we have Heartbreaker with 40-card Armed Dragon Kashtira. I will agree to put your deck under Armed Dragon and not Kashtira. Is that fair? You all let me know. It's more Armed Dragon than Kashtira, right? Don't count. And we have Labyrinth. Bahu. Bahu with anything crazy here. Skill Drain at limited to 1, thankfully. Triple Daruma Cannon. I do want to have fun with this card in my Labyrinth deck. We got Lord of Heavenly Prison. Not everyone is playing that. And then we have, finally, a Kashtira deck. I'm looking for something spicy here. Anything crazy. We have Tear Cash and Scareclaw instead. Well, we do have Ogre also. Okay, all 3 of the additional ones. We have Thrust into Talent, Thrust into Imperm turn 1, Thrust into Theosis if you're going second also. Pot of D, not Pot of E. And then here is the extra deck. I'm looking for cards like UDF, not playing UDF. Okay, let's keep on going. And then we have Branded Despia Vector in the top 32. This is looking pretty good. We got Thrust into the Herald of the Abyss, but then Purrely players are learning how to play around this now. We have very good looking standard, 42 cards. Here is the extra deck. Very nice. Anaconda, Banded OCG, Banded TCG. Let's keep on going. Is Anaconda why we can never get Dragoon? Someone was asking about Sword Soul, and we do have Sword Soul, and somehow this funky thing made it into the deck. What the heck is this? I'm not going to read it. Good job, Namberry. I trust you. Very good. Well done. Let's keep on going. And then we have Yurievna, main decked Curry Kara. And anything else crazy? We have Emergency I mean, this is punk. It's punk. It's a punk Kashtira deck. Very well done, Yuri. Judeo Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a triple thrust. That's something. Triple Eclipse, triple Book of Moon, Herald the Abyss. The deck looks so clean. I like it. I like it. No Ash. Interesting. Let's keep on going. Then we have Kimmy Knows, 1R1. And then Scar Black. Anything too crazy here? Triple Dark Ruler No More with 1 thrust. That's pretty good. And we're going to go on again. We are now in the top 16. Rika with the Cactus Bouncer completely shuts down Purrely in many circumstances. We got the thrust into the Herald of the Abyss to deal not only with the Rise Heart, but also the Purrely Nor. Moving on, we have Waylay Davy. The Moonlit Chill. What the chill's going on in today's tournament? Pot of E. Controversial. People are not happy about that. And very good. Nice. Keep on going. Foxhound. More Kashtira. More Pathfinder. Finding the way. Tactics Thrust into the Dark Ruler No More. We got a Fossil Skull Knight, so when they out your Rise Heart, you can at least pop a monster next turn. Keep on going. We have Morisaki in the top 16. Everyone's loving Herald of the Abyss with the triple Tactics Thrust. This is the way to play Makonko. I'm loving it. Here is the extra deck. Keep on going. And then we have, oh my, /div, Dragoonity. This is, Dragoonity, Kashtira. And here is the extra deck. Thank you very much, /div. Something I probably should start learning to play. Another Rika deck. Good for outing Purrely Nor with the Con. 60 card deck. And I mean, okay, good job. That's crazy. Well done. Let's keep on going. That's the extra. That's the main. Moving on to Valeru. Where did you come from with Exosister? From out of nowhere. Main decking the Zerora. We got the Artemis. We got the back row pop. And then April with branded Despia. Again, we have triple thrust into Herald. Do not knock it. That is some good stuff there. There's the extra deck. And then we have more Kashtira. A single Pathfinder, triple thrust into the Herald again. Here is the extra deck here. Murad. This is thrust into Herald. Yup. That is otherwise branded Despia. Can't really deal with the Purrely Nor. Nice. And then Coconut, top 8. This is Dragon Link with anything out of the ordinary. I don't see anything crazy. It looks completely normal. There's the extra deck. Okay. And then top 8. I wish I could pronounce your name, but thank you for being in the event. We have Dragon Link. Anything crazy? I don't see it. Looks absolutely standard. Going on. Fabio Fazu. So we can start looking at the side decks here. Triple Kurikara. Thrust into the Herald. I'm very happy to see Kurikara be this high up in the tournament. Top 4 with this way to play. No Max C, by the way. We side deck the Max C. Makes sense. Triple Nibiru. Side deck the Imperm also. Wow. Red reboot, so Labyrinth doesn't really stand a chance now, do they? Good job, Fazu. And then we have a Nova. A Nova with the Dragon Link. We have Thrust in our deck. I guess we could turn 2 Thrust into a Chaos Space if it's not going to be the Triple Tactics talent. That is just another option. Nice. And then anything crazy in the side deck. Everyone's red rebooting. Just one. We have Lance draw phase against Kashtira. That's something. Very nice. Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse. Let's keep on going. Pack second place. Also very good. We have thrusting into Herald of the Abyss here. Not main decking in permanence. That is quite interesting. Thrust into the Harpy Feather Duster. Very nice. 40 card clean. Main deck in the Fen rear. Let's take a look at the extra deck. Is playing a Rise. So in the Activate Shangri, you could normal summon Fenrir, go into a Rise, go into Zeus, and you win. We saw side decking for Droll and Lockbird. That definitely came into play. Very well done. We have Lightning Storm, Called By, and Cross Out in the side deck. Interesting. Solemn Judgment, Daruma, very nice. And let's keep on going. And then first place. a single thrust. Main decking the Droll, main decking the Impermanence. We have Book of Eclipse. We have Double Street. How much Street did Pack have? Double Street also. Interesting. And let's take a look at the... So, X Purrely Happiness. I don't think Pack played this, correct? Did not play it. And let's look at the side deck. Side decking the second and third thrust into the Herald of the Abyss for this matchup. Very nice. And what else is here? We got the Double Red Reboot, Daruma, Dimensional Barrier. All right. So thank you to everyone. These are the total decks. You could click on any of them to check out the one that you want to read. And again, thank you all immensely for another wonderful MCS. Ultramarin, who won the entire event. You have any words for winning? Purrely is God. I love the big white Purrely. X Purrely Happiness. Its animation is nice too. And thank you. I think Ultramarin is a Japanese player playing from Japan. I think so. So thank you very much. I appreciate you immensely. Thank you for joining the event and winning the whole event. And I'm not sure what the time zone is for you. Maybe it's really late into the morning for you. But thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.